So welcome back, beautiful angels. So let's talk today about leverage tasks. So in some of your training, it may be referred to as like a CBT, which is cognitive behavioral task or cognitive behavioral therapy. But a leverage task is usually something that we're asking the client to do before a session, or we give it to them at the end of a session so that they bring it back to the next session so that we know that they're on the right track, that they're applying themselves to the service, and that they're it's kind of like also a way of not only the client understanding that they've got kind of like homework to do, but also for you to monitor that they are making the progress that they need to be making, and also for them to become more resourceful, to be able to detach from you when they leave your service for later on. So when it comes to leverage tasks, a lot of people are just like, oh look, I don't know what to give my client when it comes to a leverage task, and I don't know what to charge either. So with the leverage tasks, I always have leverage tasks with my quit smoking programs every single time. The very first time you ever come in for that consult with me, if we're on the right level, whether we've done the benefiting technique, or if I know that you're ready to quit, like you've absolutely convinced me that you are here, you're ready to do this, the leverage task I give is actually a diary, and that diary is all about them picking up on their smoking cues. So it's got like 5 steps in it, and they fill out the diary, and then they bring that back to me for the next session. Now there's also an advancement on this as well. So they bring back the diary. I also want them to bring me every cigarette butt, and it's usually in a jar. And they bring that back to me as well. And this is more of one of those visual tasks that they can do, and it's to expand their mind as to how much they're actually smoking. So I had another lady that I did the exact same task with, but she wanted to quit drinking, and I said to her, what I want you to do is I want you to get a piece of paper, and I want you to collect for me 1,000 of those little rings off the bottles, off the cans, and I want you to label them on a piece of paper all the way through. Now, once you bring that, and she had 1 week to do this, so just 1 week. And I said to her, so in between now and next week, when you come back, you're going to have these 1,000 pull tabs all stuck to a piece of paper, and you're going to bring the whole lot back to me. Anyway, I said to her, once we've done that, I will be willing to work with you, because it shows that you're committed to change. Because she had failed so many times when it came to her quit drinking, and she was in that limbo stage where she wasn't quite sure if she would quit drinking or not. And I just said to her, I want 1,000 of these. Anyway, as she did the whole task, she came back to me the following week, and she said, she goes, I've done the task. And she doesn't get on Facebook very often. She reached out to people on Facebook, and she did the whole task. She brought in all these bits of paper with all these pull tabs on them. And then she came in, she goes, in that session, how long before I have to take it? And I said to her, well, let's just say 12 months. Okay, we'll just put a 12-month cap on it. And she goes, yeah, because since I've started doing this task, she goes, I've not had a drink. She goes, it slowed me down. It really made me think about my life, about what I'm doing. And that's what happens with these tasks where we slow people down. It brings in reflection. And that's what I am looking for, is an opportunity for the client to reflect, to slow down, to bring them from that future pace where it's constantly race, and pull them back to the present. And she went through this reflection stage. It's been, I'm going to go with 8 months now, and I still see her on Tuesdays at a spiritual class, so a completely different class, and she still doesn't drink. And it's because I allowed her the permission to reflect. I gave her a task that I knew was challenging, but she could achieve. And I also demanded that I wasn't going to work with her unless I got that respect. That's what it is. Because there's a lot of therapists out there that the respect is just simply, oh, well, pay me dollars, we'll see what we can do. It doesn't work like that with me. Simple as that. The dollars do come into it, absolutely. But at the end of the day, you do the task, you pay the dollars, we do the session, you get the results. It's simple as that. But what do you charge when it comes to all of this extra stuff? it's actually all included in my price. So when I have that pricing point, it's all included in the price. And I tell my clients that when they're coming through, whether they're doing a free consult or they've filled out the form or whatever it is that they're doing, it's all in the package deal. And I tell them, look, and I set them up right from the start. I said, in that free consult, when we're first talking, I say to them, it's like, you will have what I call success sheets to fill out in between some sessions. And if you don't have that done, then I won't be working with you in that session. If you bring that success sheet into the session and it's not done and we have to do it in the session, you will be charged for an extra 30 minutes of my time of having to do it with you. And then they'll say, oh, how much is the extra 30 minutes? And I say the 30 minutes pricing is 1/3 of the fee that I have charged for that session. So most of the time, that 1/3 of the price is about $90 extra in Australian dollars that they are paying if they don't get that task done. And I've seen people sitting outside my clinic, they've got a little serviette and they're writing all their stuff down, blah, 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 because they obviously value the $90 more than having to pay it to me. And when they come in, I'm like, look, you've got to get it done how you've got to get it done, but let's reflect on this. So when it comes to your leverage tasks and your cognitive behavioral therapy or tasks, make sure not only do you follow through with them, but your client has to follow through with them, and really put your big girl panties on and make sure that you follow through with those instructions that you have right from that initial consult, because this is all about them respecting you, you respecting them. And if they don't want to do the work, then don't even bother. Okay, at the end of the day, you might as well throw your money in the gutter, because I've got some people that are really committed, that really do want the results, that I'd rather be working with. All right, lovelies, I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.